私の噂をご存知でしたらなかなか胆力のある方ですね。私に何かご用で？ご存知でしょうが、安くないですよ、私の報酬は。私は銀河系で最も危険なフェイですから。私は総空を、私たちの故郷を守り抜けませんでした。私は親友の家の一族の、私が何もできなかったのです。最も重要な瞬間に。
フェイならこの広い宇宙でも道に迷わず、一族の道理を守って私たちを導いてくれるはずだよ。
私には資格が。わしがお主と共に行こうぞ。どこまでもいつまでもじゃ。何度でも立ち上がります。神霊の炎が悪を焼き尽くす。私は奴らを追います。そして死よりも重い苦痛を与えてやります。全宇宙へ散り散りになった一族を探し出し、箱舟を再建します。長い旅になるぞ。
Hello and welcome everyone to Galactic News Network Live. I am back. We are back. Yes. Welcome for those to Galactic News Network Live. Hello, hello, hello. Love that hat. Got it from Anime Expo. How many of you guys went to Anime Expo and how have you been? How are you enjoying Tenebria and how are you enjoying the near end of season 3 as well? So many things to celebrate and oh, someone actually missed me? No way. Thank you. Let's go. Hello, boss. Missed Tenebria? No, you still have chance. You still have chance. But missed Tenebria broadcast. But we are back and we're back for a very good reason because we have Faye in waiting for us. Over the last week, Your Nightmare also participated in Anime Expo, which we'll go over all the way at the end. So and the team's been incredibly busy focusing on the development, especially for the next season, Season 4. Today's podcast will be mostly for the pre-season of Season 4, but just like Season 3, you'll also get some good taste of what it feels like to play in that new season. So don't you worry, because I know some people still worry about the pre-season. Like, pre-season, there's not much to do, but that's why the CCN team has got some good things, good materials prepped for you, I think. I hope you guys like what we have for today. We also had CEO, Kim Young-suk visiting the AX himself, and had some autograph sessions. Don't know how many of you guys were able to visit AX. I was also there personally day 1 and day 2. Said hi to lots of content creators also. Lots of protos actually said hi on the way or next to the CDM booth. So hello, I'm glad to be back. Very happy to be back here. And it's been a while since we last met. Before we dive in, there's been a bit of a feedback for protos. We are very well aware with lots of feedbacks on community directly through Stove and many ways of receiving feedback. And so we'd like to take a moment to actually communicate before we actually start and get into Faye. Faye will be right after, just 1 second. So there's been a request to ease the difficulty of the Galactic Disaster Achievement mission. Some achievements are candy heavy. If if some of the achievements are negative experience towards the Protoss, the team will consider erasing or easing those numbers or whatever the tactic is. So they are working on it for the next season. So, and for the next achievements to come, they will try not to have any negative experience for all the. What's hard can be hard, but if it's like a negative experience when you have to go through all the process, then the team will try to ease the upcoming achievements in the future. Somewhat the same for the video game event. I know not everyone's musically gifted, and even me. Especially because I was playing on PC version, even though there was hotkey to it, the rhythm game was pretty hard, right? Some of the achievements I'm still not done with it, so those maybe can be reduced down a little bit. That was the feedback I had from the CCN team, and that's basically the early feedback. So thanks to many of you sharing these kind of feedback. The development team is reviewing all of it, like literally all of it. They're taking so much time to read the feedback and try to put them in as soon as possible. So and the team will continue to improve and go forward with the feedbacks. So that's one thing they wanted to highlight in the beginning of the broadcast. All right then, let's get into the real news that we have today. Here is Faye. First, let me introduce the new combatant featured in the event. Faye finally makes her appearance on the global server. Woo! Void Ranger. Man, some of you Protoss may already be familiar with the new combatant Faye because she's a combatant who has been introduced once already in other regions. But since many of you Protoss are encountering her for the first time, we will introduce her in detail. First of all, okay, Void Ranger. I believe the first Void Ranger in game. As introduced in the story TV, she's an extremely dangerous figure whose identity is shrouded in mystery. But alongside Faye, this time Beryl and Cassius featured in the rescue raid up. And a little more intro about Faye. She's the highest bounty in history of the cosmos. Why? I don't know. She possesses a gift called Divine Power of Fangxiang. The Divine Power of Fangxiang Shi, ancient folk, deity worshipped by Faye's clan for generations. It's a power used to protect peace of her clan called Skybolt. So let's see how the story goes down as you would go through her story. And why Faye is being hunted with the highest bounty in the entire galaxy on her head. So I think we will all go through the story and find out more about Faye. The Korean voice actor is Lee So, and Japanese voice actor is Hisako Kanemoto. That was a little intro now. Let's talk about her mechanism. Left, Exorcist Formation, that's card number 4. Infernal Rhapsody. So some keywords here. All Faye's mechanisms begin with her initiation card. The fan one cost upgrade that you see on the left, that is her beginning, and that upgrade will take you through the most of it. Using the card, you can gain unique resource called Descent through draws, and at the same time, you create 0 AP attack card called Infernal Rhapsody, what you see right there, that goes into your deck. A lot of it, actually. By drawing this Infernal Rhapsody through draw cards, and the unique resource of Flame Arts builds up. And when you have 3 stacks of Flame Arts, you can unleash some powerful extra attacks. So also, with the upgrade, every time you draw, you gain the unique resource of Descent. So as we go through, we will explain a little more. So, here's a short way of putting her mechanism. To make it easier to swallow, we got the video again. Here is Faye's combat video.
レイです。私の噂をご存知でしたら、なかなか胆力のある方ですね、艦長。ご指示を。継承者の力をお見せしましょう。燃え上がれ。浄化の炎よ。地げ、霊剣なる運気よ。荒れ狂え、裁きの仮面。喰らえ、断罪のたてがみ。神霊に従い、ついなを速やかに執行せよ。神霊の炎が悪を焼き尽くす。放送士の好機、ここにあり。継承者地げ、霊剣な艦長荒れ狂え、裁き継承荒れ狂え、裁きの仮面。艦長、喰らえ、断罪のたてがみ。断罪。断罪。この友達を守って。継承者の喰らえ、断罪のたてがみ。艦長、喰らえ、断罪のたてがみ。継承者に行け、喰らえ、断罪のたてがみ。艦長、神霊に従い、ついなを速やか継承者悪浄化。喰らえ、断罪のたてがみ。行け。喰らえ、断罪のたてがみ。放送士の好機、ここにあり。雲も晴れた。艦長、神霊の炎が悪を焼き尽くす。箱舟からは月が見えませんでしょ。だからこそ故郷が恋しくなるのかもしれませんね。
Ooh, she's on fire! Look at that ego skill, by the way. Wow, awesome animation. The studio always delivers, man. Faye, as you can see, lots of could somewhat be spam with lots of cards, but lots of 0 cost. So you do need to follow along. So looking at the flow, you gain Descent stacks, and through Infernal Rhapsody, and of course it all starts with the upgrade card, Exorcist Formation. If you're not using that card, I don't know how you're thinking of getting all those extra Descent stacks. And the main signature cards, so we will call signature cards from now on instead of unique cards because that will be in with this patch, all include draw effects. Use these cards to draw Infernal Rhapsody while stacking Descent and Flame Arts. The fan 3 stacks that you saw next to Faye are Flame Arts, and the number on the right is Descent stacks. Through the Infernal Rhapsody into Heaven's Fall combo, you can enjoy a spam of attacks that does not end for a couple of seconds at least. With Hugo, many more seconds, as you saw. With magical language, some of you might already know how she works, but we will take it with a normal speed and the same drills. So let's go in-game and check her out. Hello, Faye.
私に何かご用で？ご存知でしょうか？安くないですよ。私の報酬は。つい気を許してしまいそうで。
That's Faye. Let's go check her basic stats. Well, I think she does have partner on. Let's go over her cards. Go from Sword Flame, the 1-2 basic attack cards, 100%. So this time we do not have any potentials in, just to make sure. Yep, no potentials. That's why it's all 100%. The third is a luckily 100% shield, 3 basic cards, and after that, we'll now call signature cards. So Exorcist Formation. This is initiation, so when you start, it will be in your hand, also unique. You only need this one upgrade. On draw through, on ability, 1 descent, and create 8 Infernal Rhapsody in draw pile. So you'll have 8 of these 0-cost Infernal Rhapsody in your draw pile once you use this upgrade. Soliloquy, draw 2. Of those drawn cards, discard all 1-cost or higher cards. So Faye does have lots of 0-cost, but do think in mind this is draw 2, so it could be anyone else's card. Night Rain, 1 Flame Arts, and Streak. Draw 1 Infernal Rhapsody. So Streak, not everyone might have caught the difference between combo and Streak. So Streak is activated when same attribute card was used. Remember, combo is activation by another class, but Streak is activated when same attribute card was used. So if you used Infernal Rhapsody right before Night Rain, then Streak would trigger. Here's Soulfire Dance, X. I know there are some X lovers out there. We'll have lots of X to talk about today. So damage plus, draw X. And then last card, Blazing War Dance. I love this card. Exhaust, unique. Move Infernal Rhapsody to hand for each descent gained this turn. Depending on how many descent you were able to do this turn, you can move the Rhapsodies back into your hand, which is always good because it's all 0 cost. So directly into Epiphanies. Woo! Upgrade, lots of upgrades. So I'll give you a second to screenshot because I know everyone screenshots. Let's go for the first. On draw, 8 Rhapsody Inferno, and plus 50% damage. Very standard, just more damage of an upgrade. Second one, still 1 cost upgrade, but this one gives you, at the start of the turn, draw 1. So you're drawing 1 extra on top of the original. The third, very useful because it's a 0 cost. And then you also get draw 2. Likely you will get some of Faye's card, very likely. Fourth, ignore that FC. So draw, but this time create 7, not 8. Create 7 Infernal Rhapsody in draw pile, and when Flame Art is activated, 100%. Might have to double check on this. Extra attack on the target. So that's 1 extra attack. And the fifth upgrade, but this one is a 6. There should be a space in between, so it's draw through on ability, 1 descent, space. Create 6 Infernal Rhapsody in draw pile. Let's go over to the next one. So look, lots of zeros and a 1 cost in the middle. This incredibly useful, draw 3 of those drawn cards. Discard all 1 cost or higher cards. So you have to draw all the 0 cost, but face out a lot of 0 cost again. It's a draw upgrade. Now this one, personally found this one the most useful, and it's simple and easy because you're drawing 0 cost of this unit. You're drawing 2 phase card 0 cost. Very likely you will get the combo. Third, now this one's 1 cost, so keep that in mind. But for each activated Infernal Rhapsody, it activates 3 Infernal Rhapsody draw pile on the target, and you get 2 descent for each activated card, which means you get 6 descent the moment you use this. That's a lot of stats because once you hit that stat 8, you will get Heaven's Fall. Next, 0 cost, draw 1, but instead, when a 2 cost or lower card of this unit is drawn, activate that card and draw 2. So if you can draw a small cost, you can draw 2 more and auto activate. Perhaps a 1 cost, but there's a risk. There's some risk. The last one, I'll draw 1 card with a cost of X. Here comes X again. Apply that X of that card and as X plus 1 until used. Okay. So we already saw 2 cards with the X at the end. Let's go to Night Rain. This is the card with the Streak combo. Oh, my brain hurts already? No, Faye's not that hard, guys. You will get her after you see a couple of plays that we'll go through right after this. Easy, easy, easy. Compared to Tenebria, I think she's much simpler in a lot of ways. Night Rain, draw 2 of Streak. I told you Streak is when you use the same attribute card. So if you use Infernal Rhapsody and then use Night Rain, you will get the draw 2 Infernal Rhapsody. Night Rain, skill 0 cost again, but this time next 2 times Flame Art is inactivated, 2 Flame Arts. So you're getting bonus Flame Arts, which would lead and stat into the descent. 1 Flame Art for each Rhapsody in graveyard. So if you have already used lots of Infernal Rhapsody and then use this 1 cost skill, you get lots of stacks. If you use all the Rhapsody, let's say like 7, 8, then you get 8 immediately, which will turn into the Axe, the Heaven's Fall. And this one, 2 Flame Arts at the start of the turn, move to hand. So this one bumps the effect of the 2 Flame Arts, gives you a guaranteed free engine tool. You don't have to rely on luck, you can actually get more Flame Arts, and it would move to hand. And the last one, again, another X, Streak. Apply the next X as X plus 2. So if you have an X card, this would boost the X cost into plus 2 with a 0 cost. We have lots of X's because of the next card that we're about to look at. Now this card is the X itself. Try to remember the X function cards that we went over. Soulfire Dance, this is the X. Because lots of base cards are 0 cost based, you can actually use a lot of AP on this card. Attack 150 damage, X plus 1, draw X. So damage plus and draw X, mix of both. Good cycle. Now this is unique because it's too much fun, I would actually say. You can activate, do damage, and activate Infernal Rhapsody in the graveyard on the target for each hit count. So if you have multiple hits, you can activate that many Infernal Rhapsody in the graveyard. You can do much more damage. If you're going for Heaven's Fall, massive Big Bang, this is the card. Increase damage to Heaven's Fall by 50% for each hit count, max 500. But when I used it, there's no retain on this card, which made it somewhat tough to use at the right timing. Because remember, Heaven's Fall, as you can see, has Ephemeral and Exhaust. This card, at the end of the turn, exhausted. So when pairing up, you might need to So I need to pair up well for the turn. So this one, instead of damage, you go with the self draw. Draw X, X flame arts times 2, X descent. So you're going for the draw and also massive stacks of flame arts plus descent stacks. So you're trying to get a lot more Heaven's Fall with this, but this is a skill, it's not an attack card. Now, the last one. Add 1 hit to flame arts, 2 cost upgrade. So for Fae, 2 cost is a very, very expensive card because lots of cards are 0. And if you're using any other X's or any other cards or any other combatant AP, then this would be considered very, very expensive. I did find oftentimes this card to be somewhat expensive, but I'm sure in the longer run, it could be very beneficial for like high HP bosses. And the last one, as you have seen. And directly to her Eagle skill, Heaven's Cleaver. 8 descent. So immediately you hit 8 descent, which means that you're getting Heaven's Fall. And for 2 turn, at the start of the turn, 8 descent. Not that you're getting 8 descent this turn, for 2 turns after that, you're getting 8 descents. Ooh, pretty good. And increase the damage amount of the next Heaven's Fall by 100%. Yeah, but it does come with a cost, 5. See, somewhat of an expensive ego, but it guarantees some max this turn and the 2 following turns. Now, let's go over her potential. As a basics, when entering Chaos, obtain 1 random. Basic card upgrade, common card upgrade. Now, signature card upgrade. This one add 1 flame arch to the basic attack card. Absorb Flame. Critical damage, critical chance. If base attack is 600 or higher, plus 5%. Void attack damage amount for every 20 attack exceeding 600, add an additional 2% to the modifier. So, if my math is correct, 700 will give you additional 10%. Basic card upgrade. And the Divine Epiphany upgrade for the potential. Here comes Ego Manifest. Okay, now let's go. The Mythic card upgrade. Lady More Dance card increased damage amount of Inferno Rhapsody, moved by hand by 100% until used. This is the upgrade on the last card. Second Ego Manifest. At the start of battle, gain 6 descent. And for each turn, when first Heaven's Fall is created, gain 2 descent. This means that when the Heaven's Fall is created, you're using 8 descent, then getting 2 back. Not just that you're starting with 6, you're also getting somewhat of a payback in a way when you create Heaven's Fall. So a lot less stacks required when you have Ego 2. When the Inferno Rhapsody card is activated, inflict 30% of the damage inflicted as fixed damage. So not just the stack upgrade, you also do more damage from the Inferno. This is the battle passive upgrade. So Ego skill upgrade on Ego 3, increase Heaven's Cleaver descent from 8 to 10. And that's not just the first. For 2 turns, 10 descent stacks. And increase the damage of add 2 hits to the next Heaven's Fall. So this Ego skill, bit of a power upgrade, as you can see. Ego 4, another battle passive upgrade. At the start of battle, plus 80% damage amount to Heaven's Fall. You have the card you get when you have 8 descent stats. The regular stat upgrade on the basic card, signature card, common card, potentials by 3. Ego Manifest 6. Battle passive upgrade. At the start of battle, plus 120% damage amount to Flame Arts. Flame Arts, that's the extra attack that you get after getting the 3 stacks. At the start of battle, or each time 3 Heaven's Fall cards are used, gain 1 Judgment Upon the Wicked. What is that? Judgment Upon the Wicked. Add 3 hits to Heaven's Fall, and when the effect is activated, remove Judgment Upon the Wicked. So there's a big buff. Not just on the Flame Arts, especially when at the start of battle or each time 3 Heaven's Fall cards are used. So it's somewhat constant. Very big upgrade, I would say. The second one, Awakening Memory. Oh god. This is it's a really good buff to have, I would say. Overall, big spike. Big spike. So we went over her kit. Not just that. Let's go try her out a little bit. I know you guys saw some of the gameplay, but this I will personally try. So Exorcist Formation upgrade. I believe this is the first Epiphany. So Repose, it's with Ray and Veronica. So let's go for the run. Easy. All you have to do is upgrade. And we'll upgrade Veronica too. When you upgrade, you get this many Inferno in deck. So draw 3. And I'll just start with extra draws for now. And these are just for the extra. So whenever I draw, you see the stack going up on descent already. Draw. And the stats are going up. And on the left, the fan. I use Inferno Rhapsody, one more stack. And as it said, when Flame Art is activated through this card, draw 1. So when the Flame Art is activated, got the stack on descent. And Streak is activated because I'm using the same attribute. Oh, I forgot to buff already. So, well. And as I get more Heaven's Fall, this is just extra damage, so we'll go ahead and do it. More draw as I'm running out of cards now. So, this is our key card. I've already had 19 descent this turn. Yep, so Heaven's Fall. Oh, so this will bring all the Inferno Rhapsody back into my hands. Oh, doesn't finish with the last hit. So we'll do one more. Yeah, somewhat of that. Now you guys kind of understand how the stacks work. So let's do one more. Just a quick Hugo big buff. Hugo Summer Skin. I don't think we're getting one, guys. But here's Hugo. The upgrade. Oh no. Oh, I should have done this first, right? Yes. So guys, don't blink. Ooh. Ooh. Now that's an upgrade for this version. You blinked? Okay. Then we'll start the turn again. Ta-da! Some new animations added. Fitting me. Draw some zero cost. Guys, that was for me to show you guys the animation. I know what I'm doing. I think. So, extra attack. Oh, upgrade first. And a big attack. So with Hugo and Selena, there are some extra attacks that comes through when they have the upgrade and the skill. And it takes some time. But it's more fun this way, I like it. I like it a lot. With Selena, I think we're missing a skill, but here, already 11 stacks of Descent. Bring him back. And I don't know why we're on. There we go. There we go. There we go. Of course, Selena just standing there. No, now she's doing something. My deck is empty. Okay. Next turn. Hugo, Selena helping in. So as you can see, Faye, you need some support. If you're missing some draws, of course, that's good. If you have some extra attacks from your allies, as you can see, Streak is off. But once you use this, Streak is on. One turn with the performing an attack weakness. So those are sort of the teams that Faye can fit into. Those were just two small examples because lots of her cards are zero cost. I think she can fit into many different teams, right? We do have some combatants that has her own AP in a way that doesn't require so many AP. So here's some recommended formation for Faye. Tifera, Hugo. AP support, certainly. Extra AP. Oh yes, extra AP. And then Faye had some X cards, which I think could be really nice if you're having extra AP on top. And the second team, oh, Adenhide and Nia. So personally, when I didn't pick draw epiphanies, you certainly needed some support to have extra draws. Like Veronica, Nia, Cassius, or any other draw supports were not 100% needed, but you can just get so much more out of the zero cost cards when you draw more. And as I said, at bottom, draw support making the quest 000 full house. So you use Faye as the main DPS. She pairs up really well with the draw focus and damage buff. I also tried out Ray, and Ray was really good. She buffed lots of damage, and also she can draw some extra cards. So Ray was also a pretty good pair out of the screen. So that's now let's take a look at her partner, Rui Xiang. There's also a partner who supports Faye by her side. That's Faye's partner, Rui Xiang. So Rui Xiang is Faye's guardian and helper, an android actually, who has been with Faye's clan for a very long time. So despite her cute appearance, her hallmark is a composed, mature way of speaking. So here's her skill. First, her passive skill. A pleasant aroma lingers, increase the attack from 16 to 24. Each time a signed combatant creates a void attribute attack card, gain 1 gentle aroma. That's a passive that you see right below. 5 to 10% damage amount. Plus 5 to 10%, excuse me, damage amount to the signed combatant next 5 stacks. So maximum 50% with gentle aroma. Eagle skill, 3 cost. It's a draw. Draw 1 of the signed combatant's attack cards, but if the cost of that card is 0 or X, draw 2. 3 for 3 cost, draw 2. Pretty good pair, pretty good pair. And yeah, it's just the combatant with attribute, void attribute attack card. So think about anyone else. Think about any other combatant that you can use her with. That's our partner. And then let's see Faye. Ooh, Faye in bit of a different outfit. Pretty. So not fitting for summertime. Now this is the part where the chat explodes. Yep, I guessed it right. I speak less and I put Faye on the screen. That's all I need to do. Hi guys. So Faye and Rui-chan will be available for 3 weeks after tomorrow. And listen to this. I don't think we have the CG, the banner for this. Yuki and West McCott will also run concurrently with the as the rescue rate up banner with Faye and Rui-chan. So I know there are lots of Yuki fans out there. You can go ahead and try to pull her. And also Faye and Rui-chan. Faye is very, very charming. 1 second because yeah, that's all good. Thank you. Now the combatant's partner. Time for some season news and news delivers, right? Pre-season 4. And in this update, Galactic Disaster Season 4 seasonal power is updated first. And Season 4 is going to be about desire cards. Sounds pretty good, right? It's not a full update, guys. It's not a full update. Full update will be at the end of July, so this is a pre-season bunch. You guys get to try some of those powers in advance. And you can also build your Season 4 save data ahead of time. So we're moving things faster than before. The key theme for Season 4 are Kaleidoscope and also Desire, as you can see. So what's a Kaleidoscope? It's a toy made of several overlapping mirrors. So in Season 4, there's a specific area called Retracted Desires. The English name might change. And in this area, you can encounter various kinds of unique staging. So you can obtain desire cards, the core of Season 4, Season Power. So these are divided into 4 keywords, as you can see in the second sentence. Claim, Inquiry, Control, Survival. But for now, in the preseason, you'll get to try Claim, Inquiry, and Control. So Survivor will come in actual season. But for now, Claim, Inquiry, Control will be available starting tomorrow, and each category consists of 5 cards. So what is this? What are these cards, and why are we talking about this? We'll explain a little further with the video. So those marked are the places you want to find for the desire cards. Almost feels like you're watching some event of 9. And as you can see, you can see some unique stages with the combatants. And you will have some options to choose from which desire card you want. And the desire card will not count as memory points. I asked that question to the director, and the director said the desire cards do not cost memory points. And you can have up to 3 desire cards per combatant. Interesting? Did we get you interested in the next season? So there's a lot of interesting cards, and how these desire cards work, I'll explain a little bit. You guys will be able to find out and get more detailed information. So let's say you can have 3 combatants. One combatant can have up to 3 desire cards, and depending on which desire card, how many you have combined, you can activate somewhat like a synergy. If you have, let's say, you have 5 Inquiry, then you can activate 5 Inquiry. There will be Inquiry. I think it was. Not quote me on this. Let's say you go through 3, 5, 7. Then you can have some activation of 3 if you have 3 Inquiry. If you have 5 Inquiry in total, if you have 7 Inquiry in total, then there will be some activations depending on how many combined you have. So it will work like synergy in a way. So those are some key cards that you will be able to discover starting tomorrow. Yeah. And as I told you, season power cards do not cost any memory points, so that's a plus. And there's another very important, probably the most important update to introduce. At long last, main story, Act 1, The Room of Nightmare is being reworked and updated. Here is a bit of the reworked story.
帳の向こうにある全ての巨悪と人類の全ての大罪に立ち向かうべく選ばれし者はただそなた一人のみ願い祈りを捧げよ艦長気がついた願わくはそなたが道に迷うことなかれ願わくはそなたが深淵にてただ光ってもらうことを願わくは呪いからひさまずく悪を見ながらそなたの歩みが止まらざらぬことに全ての絶望をゼロに戻すために
Here it is, finally! We apologize once again for the delayed story rework. We sincerely apologize for the delay. But now that it's really being updated tomorrow, I think it'll be fun to experience it from the beginning, right? Why not? I know there's some of you who skipped through the story before, so why not go ahead and just go with the new rework story? I think it'll be interesting. So of course, rather than explaining every single little detail in the story, I think it'll be some fun time to actually go through yourself tomorrow with the update. But here's a brief intro. The first, expanded lore, because the story volume has increased. In terms of dialogue, about 400 lines were added compared to the original. And the story surrounding Captain's ability within the world, like Hourglass and Protos skill, has been expanded. Now, instead of Hourglass, it'll be Pocket Watch, and Protos skill is now called Prayer. The Stand of Time, what you use to undo the turn, will be Mainspring of Time. So some wording will be changed, and localization as well. So various gameplay elements will also be changed to fit the story, and the revised story features new characters and events. So, not gonna spoil anything. I went to 2 early parts of the rework, and it was interesting so far. I think it'll get better. And another thing that's not 100% related to the new story, but I did hear from the director that it's not Luce. I know there's a lot of Luce fans, but she's pronounced Luce, not Luce. So let's call her Luce from now on. I'm mentioning this for a reason. So enjoy the new story from tomorrow. We have new updates. Core of Resonance. What is this? Core of Resonance? New currency that adds 1 common card. Okay, let's actually go through this in-game. So on bottom, you have add common cards. And adding common cards, Core of Resonance will be consumed, so you can check out all these common cards. Season restricted will also be mentioned. Let's say I'm just click on the random one. And of course, these will count as memory points. You can add this in the deck. So what if you're already full with 180? Then, of course, you cannot go above the limit. So that's the common card. Core of Resonance that you'll be able to pick up. And some of you guys already caught it. Sharp Eyes. Core of Mutation. What is this? Apply new effects to save data with the Core of Mutation. And the deck itself, it does not change. But you're giving the entire deck a special effect, like enhanced attack or extra attack or game morale, and some of these effects are really strong. This is a buff on top, so the deck does not change at all. It's just a straight up buff on top of what you already saved. But there's a bit of some last second minute changes that's going on still, so I cannot show you to you guys today, but this will be happening tomorrow. So, and some of these buffs are actually kind of good, right? So I think I brought some examples. Yeah, there's some like shields, some attack buff. Like but guys, do note that Core Mutation mutate is not like a massive buff. Like level 1 attack buff will be like increase the attack by like 2%. Like level 2 will increase the attack by 4%. Somewhat like that. It's not like a massive buff because it's already on top of your completed data file. But there will be different levels of the buffs, and I think there are a lot of different bonus effects, so you guys can go ahead and try it out. We have full scale offensive, new boss this time. How many are excited about the new boss? Shall we take a look at which bosses are actually getting at it. Judas? Colossus again? Holy Judas? Yes. Judas is coming. Let's go check. This massive shield monster. Out. Judas. Or Yudas. If you... Lots of points. 2 cost or higher cards is activated. So certainly not Faye. So like 9 Haru, lots of big cost cards I think will be really good. Yeah, Haru will be really nice. Increase damage amount to polarized cards by 50%. Increase damage amount to Justice and Passion attribute. Justice and Passion by 50%. So let me go over all the others, just to confirm. When the basic card is activated, I think we know which basic cards that we're looking for Colossus. Increase damage of a basic card, Passion or Void. Decrease cost of a basic card by 1, okay. And the last one, the Ugly Mob. When drawing through on ability, increase damage amount of 0 cost card by 50%. Oh, okay. I think we all know. Increase damage amount of Void and Order, but highlight on Void, as this is Void. 0 cost attack card. Okay, I think this is the one with Faye, where Faye would fit perfectly, right? We gain combat score, depending on damage amount. So that's the new full-scale offensive, especially Judas. Seems to be, yeah. I hope you guys have lots of fun. Full-scale offensive, I believe you have some time to go through all. But getting that 3, yeah, sometimes a 3-star is actually very tough, depending on what kind of team, what kind of combatants you have. So hope you guys best of luck for all 3 stars for all 3 bosses. Next up we have Monsters Arena is back. And very similar to last season, but we made some adjustments. Okay, I'll actually drop some of the adjustments. So I would say the biggest change is that swordy monster cards appear instead of existing monster cards. And the strategy will change somewhat. And this time it'll be a lot easier to go through because it's not going to be as many number of arenas. Last time we had lots of arenas, way too many on each arena, right? So we have reduced the number compared to before, so you can enjoy it slightly more casually this time. Next we have Face Trauma Code. Yeah, it's been some time since we had Trauma Code update. And by the way, Face Trauma Code, I believe, will also be voice dubbed. So another reason to check out her Trauma Code. So once you clear the successor's guiding light, you can also obtain some stickers. So check out Faye's backstory and her past through the Trauma Code. Here's some improvement update, as you guys love some QOL and some changes that does happen. So environment variable backup protocol. I know some of you guys had some issues going through the previous season, season 3, the backup protocol. So we've made some changes, and we'll actually check in-game of these nodes. So God's Hammer. So the basic core entry, equipment refresh, Golden Trail, that's all there. I will go through all the notes just to take care. Dice roll, increased chance of areas, recover stress, persona cards, additional persona card, mark of the order. Yeah, that's more currencies. So the keynotes that were uniquely activated this season can now be unlocked using chaos orbs. I think that's the biggest change, and especially the increased appearance rate of rare grade unidentified area. I think that's a big one. I think that was somewhat really needed, right? Yeah, that's a backup protocol. Next, we have news on Basins of Hyperspace. I think a lot of you are going to like this. So total number of basins will be reduced to 8, and the 8th basin will have a boss monster. So we do have a quick video with this. Let's roll it. As you go, the biggest change is that number of node is changed, reduced, and the support effects are more varied this time. So you can utilize a wider range of save data. So CDN team received feedback that the nodes were too strong, so we have reduced their numbers. And to end with a final bang, a boss battle was added at the end. The amount of reward, of course, will stay the same. Also, you choose one of 3 support effects you play with, and when the support effect activates, additional effect occurs. And one more thing. Oh, can we go back one? Rather than having to clear all over again from the very start, a dimensional synchronization is added to that syncs with the previous season's 3-star clear records, which applies up to floor 5, so you don't have to beat every single thing again to get 3 stars. So if you have the dimensional synchronization applied, it will beat up to floor 5 automatically next time. So I think that's a big improvement. But we do have a lot of content to go through these days compared to like day 1 where we had basins, so you don't have to spend that much time. So yeah, that was a personal note from Director Choi, so thank you Director Choi for the improvements on the hyperspace. Next we have the supply adjustment on Arcanon. So Arcanon's supply partner recruitment process is being improved, whereas before the recruitment was done directly in the supply. With this improvement now you can receive it in your storage as a partner recruitment system, as the picture on the right, and then it can be used regardless of the season. So it doesn't have to be used on this season. So you can select partner you want from the storage when you want the partner. So that's a small improvement, I think. I think we also need a big improvement on the pass. But that's not in here today. And other improvements! So eased some of unlock conditions. Story Chapter 5, Episode 6, the Expert Captain requirement. Rearrange some of the functions for save data editing because we're getting lots of save data now. So better rearrange function. And this was actually really needed. When a monster acts more than once in a given turn, an indicator will be visible in the monster's detailed action preview. So that is a pretty big change. There are some monsters that hit multiple times. So those are some the later changes. Now, we have more. Let's get into Sortie. Different music, because we got some new things for Sortie. This one's called Decisive Battle Chaos Core. It's a hidden content unlocked by defeating 3 or more different types of elite rare species in hardcore mode. So if you're a hardcore Sortie player, you're gonna love this. There's some conditions, as you can see. I'll give you some time to read it. Defeat rare monster, and then destroy the Chaos Anchor. Once you defeat 3 or more Chaos Anchor, decisive battle will be accessible after clearing the Death Floor. Rewards, a lot more things, so we got a short video on this too. Let's go. The elite, rare. You have to go through this couple. As you can see on the right top, there are signs. Oh, that was quick. And you get to have these anchors. What? That certainly did not do as much as the HP, but I guess so. And then at the end, you get to unlock this hidden battle starts. Oh, seems like a very tough content to me. 30,000 HP. Enjoy. Seems like an extra hard hidden mode for the hardcores. It's a chaos itself. Try it out yourself tomorrow. We're adding Sortie hardcore rankings in game. Score rankings. Sortie hardcore rankings will be recorded. Again, this is hardcore. So rankings are calculated based on the score records and the clearing hardcore. 2 types of ranking lists. You have current ongoing season and also previous season. And I believe it updates every 20 minutes. So have fun. Rankings are important, and I know there are going to be some high score hunters out there. Have fun. Continuing on Sorties, we have Sortie exclusive mission engagement data. It's a achievement system for Sortie. As you go through Sortie, you complete this somewhat like a semi-automatically, most of them. But you might want to check these out as you go through Sortie. It's a lot more crystal. A lot of these are crystals, it's not too many of a crystal, but as you play Sortie, you will unlock a lot of these and achieve it. For accumulative Sortie clear missions, Sortie records from before the update are also counted. So all the Sortie runs before the update are not lost. I've been specifically told that cumulative Sortie clear missions, Sortie records from before the update are counted in this. So the moment you go in, if you have completed a lot of Sortie, a lot of these should already be finished. But other than cumulative Sortie clear missions, the previous play records are not counted, so make sure to complete as they're completed or not. You can earn titles, you can earn some other things. You can earn lots of, you might have to select some different starting combatants within a single Sortie play. The next Sortie Archive. Archive. Records containing information, fates, cards, equipment, monsters, bosses that you come through the gameplay. Will also be there. And we will actually go in-game and check it out. Here's a new... Let's start from Tactical. That's a seasonal. Not seasonal. That's not seasonal. This is seasonal. So Tactical Review. I'll just go through one by one. Unlocked. Got long shot 2 times for free. Consume 50 credits. Resting Zone. Increase stress. Damage amount 5%. Starting credit. Increased chance of obtaining monster cards from elite battle area. Increase rare grade unidentified area encountered by 20%. That's huge. Start of the battle. Draw 1 for each enemy present. Nice. Future value invest. Frontline return. Big down recovery by 10%. Up to 5. Increase damage amount. Also up to 20. Up to 5 upgrades. If Asian monster is defeated, decrease stress by 10. Up to 10. Low chance. Additional choice receive. Med supply. Recover 20%. And decrease stress by 10. That's only 1. Decrease credit required for flash in safe zone by 30%. Alright, the tactical optimization. Here is Archive. The bosses, fates, cards, equipment, monsters are there. Fates. A lot of fates will be there. I will not go through all of it. You can come to Archive and fill your own. It will be fun. Also pretty fun to check out all the information and who you ran into. And engagement data. These are some extra crystals. As you can see, lots of crystals. Some hardcore missions. Clear decisive battle. Yes, core. And that's the Sortie data. Here's combatant data. Yep. Click on one. So these will be somewhat of conditions. For these, you also get the camera, lens. If you add all those up, it might work. I know. I hope they buff the amount of crystals. Personally too. I'm running low. And hardcore rankings, as we talked. Ongoing. Previous Sortie. Ongoing. I went in and went out, so I got this. So enjoy the rankers. I hope you guys have fun. I think it'll be a lot of fun, right? A lot of fun, right? Oh. Increase. And those are fates. And there's a bit of a change into the risk modifier itself. I almost forgot. So the changed modifier, I believe, first and the third, I believe it's this one. So now it's each time a card is discarded, 1 beacon. I think before it was like each turn, 4 cards used, and with like a fortitude or something. Yeah, it changed. And this one is also changed the risk modifier at the start of battle, increase incoming stress. And the new thing is unable to recover stress through heals. I believe that's the new one. Although I could be wrong, I don't 100% remember all the modifiers out of my brain. This one's changed from tenacity to all monsters by, I believe it was 1 before, now it's 3. Unable to gain AP, that's same. And increase the price of now 30%, and increase the price of flash by 100%. And the last change, I think, decrease equipment stat by 80%. Before it was 50. I remember this one. So 5 risk modifier changes, mostly making it tougher. I found in the new updated story, risk modifier even getting tougher. So those are all the updates. Now going into event, Galactic News Network, some crystals, more crystals as you go through the days carrying the successors will. Virtual tactical simulation, the trial event. Oh, overdrive is back. So gross currency, 6 times a day. Some more crystals for the sweet rewards after missions. That is actually starting on the 22nd, so keep that in mind. And don't miss some of the scheduled events that are later. Sometimes we can miss. So those are all the events. And as I mentioned at the very beginning, we actually went to Anime Expo. We have a small recap of the sketch. Here's what the vibe was like. So let's play that video. So this was the CDM booth on the first floor. That's Layla, the dice, and the cards. The gold card. Do we have any of the gold card winners in our chat? I believe we gave out 2 gold cards each day. So that should be 8 golden cards. There were lots of contenders. Man, there were lots of contenders. And we went to the draw at, I believe, 5:30 p.m. And we also had cosplays. Many professional cosplayers. Came all the way to AX. In the booth. Renoa cos? Yes, we had lots of cosplayers. And Protos evading in. That's what CZN booth looked like at AX26. Hopefully we can go back next year as well. If you came, thank you so much. If you didn't get to come, still, hopefully you get to come next year. And hopefully we get to have more offline events. Just anywhere around the world that more Protos can visit and enjoy. I hope that they will come true. Here is Season 4 preview. These characters were revealed at our panel at AX. Olga, Arabella, Hilde. So we'd like to give you somewhat of a preview of upcoming Season 4 update. The official season title for Season 4 is Shattered Light and Claw. The very title evokes the kaleidoscope we mentioned earlier. And I think I can mention this. The first character of next season is Hilde. One on right. Like Luke and Beryl, she belongs to Iron Rain, and she's the squad leader of Fox Squad. Her main weapon is a giant bow. Surprise? Rather than overpowering with firepower, she wins through mobility and tactical movement. So that's why she looks very light and agile. The second character, Arabella. Maybe because it's summer, she's dressed quite lightly. Arabella is the leader of a notorious mercenary group called Black Spica. I'd say she's the most dangerous, edgy charm. So in battle, she has like a whip sword, like a unique sword whose blade segments are connected by wire. So, and Arabella is the most central, important character of Season 4. Hilde, Arabella, and Olga are updated first, are intertwined in the story, and the combat team is putting great care into designing their mechanics so they interact closely with the gameplay. So I got a note from Director Choi here. Saying this might sound like an overstatement, but Arabella really is going to be a charming and yet a powerful CZN character. I think we can already see that from the graphics. The last character is Olga. She's a combat who fights by freely manipulating steel. Oh, steel. Watching her ability, one naturally think of a god, Victor. Starting from Season 2, the story of the cosmic gods, who we've only encountered through flashes so far, will gradually begin to unfold. So we will finally get to have more information about the gods in-game. Olga will be the character standing at the very starting point of that grand story. Okay, so later into Season 4, seems like we're getting a lot more information about the gods in-game. In Season 4, the team's preparing various systems so we can show off far more diverse and appealing side of the new characters, and also than the existing combatants. Above all, the team is preparing to show the kind of things Protoss would expect at this summer season. Mentioned before that we're teams approaching character skins, the character skin system, or the outfit system. And the systems related to this will be added in the July 29th update, so please look forward to the upcoming Season 4. Shattered Light and Claw was the extra comment by Director Choi. I know, the chat already saying, like, give us swimsuits, show us outfits. So the new outfit, the system, the development is nearly complete. So as for the outfit system that we mentioned during the panel, once development wraps up and is finished, we will prepare it real soon and probably very likely show it to you before the update, in the live broadcast, the day before the July 29th update. So be hyped for that. Oh, show us more illustrations. Honey design? Oh. So for now, those three, it seems like you guys have lots of questions about Hilde, Arabella, and Olga. So I will gather more information for everyone, and I promise you to bring tons of information about these characters and also the new season. Maybe not like all the cards and stuff, but more information certainly for July 28th live broadcast, day before the update as well. But guys, please, we did not forget about Faye, right? Faye will be available tomorrow. Guys, no one forgot about Faye, right? Faye, who? Who is Faye? Flan? No. Hugo? No. So charming, right? Even the clouds are not moving here. Faye? We love Faye? I know. I know. So, also, if I mentioned that Phase Trauma Code is really good. I really like the Phase Trauma Code. So please enjoy Phase Trauma Code. So look forward to tomorrow's update, July 8th. And we'll also be back a lot more information later July for the Season 4 broadcast as well. So, guys, Faye is a main combatant for tomorrow. I know many are excited. We also got some like sketches of the animation from the panel. If you guys have not seen it, seems on fire. Oh, go check it out as well. It's available on YouTube. I'm back on screen, which means that we are almost done. But another important thing to note, another combatant balance adjustment is planned for July 29th with the Season 4 update. So, the combat team has commented the direction of this balance patch is to strengthen the damage level combatants, including standard combatant, mainly numerical number adjustments. And also, Ego Manifest adjustments, but like not changing gimmicks on Ego Manifest, but some numbers. So I think... Oh, and seems like the list of combatant is actually longer than usual. So, key thing, are we going to have Yuki again? And who else are we going to... Are we going to have Yuki buff again? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I actually did not ask. I should have asked that question if Yuki's on the list. Oh, I did get the answer that some of the 4 stars will also be updated. Adjusted, I should say. So those are going to be some of the... And also, these balance adjustments might be longer of a list, so make sure to keep heads up in advance. It will be updated in the developer's note towards the end of this month. At the level tomorrow... Wait, is it today? That 7/7 seems like today, but if it's in today, it'll be in tomorrow with the update. So do not worry, make sure to check your mails in-game. So that is about it with the Faye upcoming broadcast. So it's a pre-season, so the new season tactics are not fully unlocked, but Desire seems to be the keyword, and lots of new cards are coming out along with the new pre-season. Some still unlocked because Season 4 is coming in 3 weeks, but get a good feeling for it, and I think there's a lot of new content, bosses, the battle area, and so on. And also lots of update with Swordy. The team is really making Swordy a lot tougher. Also rating the rankings for the highest contenders. I think some of the big numbers are going to be liking that for the rankings. Any other final questions that you guys might have for me? Nope? Okay. Amir buff? I don't know. Amir still pretty good in Swordy. Do use her often. Swordy diff? 30 is impossible? Yo, what up, Chico? Yes, I have the chat open here. So, collab news? I don't know. But we had E7 collab last time, and I wasn't here. But we have Terelia. And she's gorgeous. Her cards, very unique. A lot of gameplay. I'm not buying time for the directors to come in. We're about to wrap up here. So, we do not have the director today. Maybe for the new season, when we have more questions. So, as you go through the pre-season, write down some of those questions. And it seems very likely we will have another Galactic News Network the day before the new season 4. So, maybe write down those questions and bring it, because whenever I get to have a buddy on my side, I think we'll get to ask some more questions. So, you're finally CCN. Really? Congratulations! Keep loving CCN. The team's doing their absolute best. Really, absolute best. Because I've been there last week in their office, and it was like 9 p.m. It was full of people. They're working very hard, and I personally know it. So give them still. They're going through lots of feedback. I still give them lots of feedback. With the new updates pre-season, please provide lots of feedback, because we always not take it for guaranteed. We appreciate every feedback, and we list them. Like there's a gigantic list of feedback, and like I saw all those arrows from feedback to like which update, blah blah blah, which update should be implemented on this update. Yeah, the team's working incredibly hard to have the perfect pitch in the right update to make it perfect, so it could all go better for all the Protoss to enjoy the game, right? So that's about it for me. Closing remarks. Glad to be back. Galactic News Network Live should continue, and it will continue towards the end of July before the Season 4 update. We'll see you next time. We do have the cookie of Faye. See you guys in 3 weeks.
私はまた